Oh yeah, Rashad was a handful from conception. You know, my wife was carrying him. He moved continuously. You know, and when he was born, he never stopped. You know, all the way up to the day he went home to be with the Lord. You know, he was always a challenge, and he was always an outspoken little boy, and I never wanted to crush that or kill that. You know, so we had our challenges in school because we put him in Pasadena School District, and it was mainly with the other culture, and they didn't understand boisterous little black boys, you know, and they accused us of maybe we were abusing him or abusing each other in some kind of way, which explained why he acted the way he acted, you know, and he was no different than any other little boy. He's a boy, you know, he's not going to sit there and be quiet like a little girl, you know, because that's just not his temperament,
Right.
you know, and he always had a kind spirit and a kind heart, you know, and that was very evident to us after he passed, you know, because people would come up to us and say that what a kind gentleman he was and what a nice person he was and how passionate, you know, and compassionate he was throughout his whole life from pre-K all the way up to high school and through high school, including college. When he was in college, he was holding Bible studies, and his mother would call him sometime in the evening, "Mom, I'm having Bible study right now. I can't talk," you know. And I'm like, "Wow, really? Is this the same kid?" You know, people would tell me, especially when he was going to McGregor Elementary, Miss Brown would tell us, "Oh, he's such a nice, malleable kid." We like, are we talking about the same kid? You know, because because the person he was around us was not the person he was out in public.
Right.
You know, and he and his childhood friend Vernell Smith, they were inseparable. You know, they met each other in Wallop School over from Will Avenue Baptist Church, and from that point on, from the 7th grade all the way to the first year of college, they were, if you saw one, you saw the other one. You know, when they went off their different directions after high school, going to college, and they came back that summer after the freshman year of college, which is when they were together, when they were, you know, shut. You know, and our story is the fact that we didn't start this because we wanted to. We started this because this is a vision of Rashad's. You know, we found notes in his belongings when we was going through him after his death that, you know, said he wanted to help his people in this community, in the Third Ward community specifically. He would help people clean out their garages, elder folk, senior citizens and stuff, and he wouldn't charge them anything, you know. And his vision was to open up a community center, you know, and to mentor to his brothers and sisters that was coming behind him, you know. And once I saw that, I attended a men's conference, and one of the ministers there prophesied that he saw a vision of a foundation where we would be helping people. You know, he saw a vision where we would become literally life coaches, you know, in our community. You know, not asking the government for handout, not asking for charity, you know, but teaching our people how to be self-sufficient, you know, and how to utilize the system, you know, because there are systems in place that benefit all the other cultures. Why not us? You know, we need to teach them about how to utilize life insurance, you know. We need to teach them how to utilize finances where they live within their means, you know, and start off slow, you know, and just be consistent, and little by little you gain stuff, because nothing is built in a day. You know, just like when my wife and I got together, we had one bed, you know, and little by little, you know, we accumulated assets and stuff, and struggled, and worked hard, saved money, and raised our kids to the best of our abilities, you know, and I was always trying to self-educate myself, you know, because I knew there was a better way and a better life for my family. My oldest son, from a previous marriage, came to live with us, and they used to call us the Brady Bunch. You guys are like the Brady Bunch. You know, no, we're not the Brady Bunch, you know, but we're like that family you see on TV in the Crosbys. There are real families like that in America, in Third Ward. Look around, you know, so we would like to have the opportunity to mentor not only single parent families, but two-parent families, you know, because it's possible to make it in this country. Other cultures come here from abroad and from other countries and stuff and make it. Why not us? We're born here. And I feel, my wife feels, that we can teach people how to do it. You know, I don't have a degree in it, you know, but we've been doing it for better than 25 years, you know, life experiences, and we like to share this with people. What you think?
Well, speaking about Rashad, like his dad said, he was a handful, but he was always a loving kid. Just even from a little boy all the way to his death. He was famous for his kisses, because he would always just give you, just this wet kiss.
With the whiskers.
And with his whiskers. And he didn't care where he was when he gave you the kiss. I could walk down the halls of Jack Yates and he would see me. His friends is all around. Most boys won't go and kiss their mom or whatever, but Rashad would. So that was how he was. Rashad just cared about people. He spent a lot of time at Sam's daily, every single day, buying snacks for the kids at Yates, because he figured the price that was in the machine was a little too much for some of the kids at Yates. They may struggle with $1. So he would go to Sam's and buy all of these snacks. If the Snickers was $1 in the machine, he would sell that Snickers for 75 cents. You know, so that's what he was all about, taking care of people, looking out for people. One of his friends shared with me after Rashad had passed away, how when Rashad got his car, which he bought his car from his snack money. And this guy did not have driver's license, of course did not have a car. So when Rashad got his car, he taught the guy how to drive and let him use his car to take his driver's test. Rashad led several of his teammates at Yates on the football team to Christ. We didn't know any of this. Now Rashad was brought up in church. He was baptized at 5. So you know that you teach your children and you bring everything to them, you know, bring them to church, but you never know really if it's stuck. You're teaching and all of that. But later we found out he got it. So he was still demonstrating Christ in an area where some people didn't know who Christ was. And one of his friends, football friends, told me, he said, Mama Minix, I knew that there was a God, but I didn't know anything about God, but it was Rashad. So that's the type of thing Rashad would do for people. And since my son passed away, I had always, it was something that was tugging on me, because no parent should have to go through what Roby and I have walked through, even though it does happen. It happens a lot in our inner city in Third Ward. And I just had a nagging in my spirit that, you know, when this happens to another mother, another father, I want to be able to be a support system for that parent or the parents, whoever is there. Because if you've never lost a child, you don't understand. You know, you can sympathize with me. I'm praying for you, which is really wonderful. And I think that has kept us, it has kept me, people praying for me. I think a lot of people say to me, Miss Minix, I just see strength in you. How do you do it? And I always tell people, it's not me. It's nobody but God that has gotten me to this far. Because if it was me, I would be in my bed with a bottle of pills, depressed. But God has given me the strength to keep on going. And it's true that song says, He'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on Him. That's true. But I will not say that it has not been easy. It's been a road, and it's a daily challenge every single day. And my goal, alongside of our foundation, part of what I want to do is to be able to go to that mother that's hurting, that father that's hurting, and let them know you are not alone. You're not walking this walk by yourself. And through Rashad's death, this is where we are. And I know nothing happens by accident. Everything that we go through each and every day, there's a reason, there's a purpose. Now, I didn't want my son to die, but he did. But I really feel Rashad was 20. Rashad was very smart, so caring. But I really feel that his work here was done. It was done. He did in 20 years what some of us at 50, 60 they're still trying to get there. So I just really feel that God was ready for him to come home. He had something else for Rashad to do. So now Rashad is in heaven sitting down watching us and saying, y'all continue, Mom and Dad. You found my book with all my notes in it. Get it and keep it moving. So that's the vision that we have. We love people. We've met a lot of people. A lot of people will always tell us that they're praying for us, and we really, really appreciate it. Because there's so many people, we can't thank everybody individually. When we had Rashad's funeral, it was over 1,500 people at that church. I had no clue. But it's the life he led. And all parents say they got the best children there is. I can tell you my son was a loving son. I'm not going to tell you he was an angel, because he wasn't. After Rashad has a soon-to-be 3-year-old daughter, Rylan Landon Minix, who he never got an opportunity to see here on earth. And she just like him, But I know that he's watching her from heaven. And through us, it takes family to make sure that Rylan knows who her daddy is. Not was, but is. What he did for the community, what he continued. He's actually, to me, still continuing it. Even though he's not here physically, but he's here. So that's the Rashad Minix. That's the purpose of the Rashad Minix Foundation. Like Roby said, we wasn't looking for this. We was just really trying to just stay in our own little corner. But sometimes when God says move, you gotta move. We got other people's lives to save. We got other hurting parents that we've gotta get to. We gotta get to these little 10th graders that don't know where they're going. Elementary kids that they're confused. So that's what we're all about. And with God's grace and the help of our community, we're going to get there. And that's Roby and Harolyn Minix Foundation.